Space was dark and silent. No stars nearby, no planets. It's only cold emptiness. Then something changed. A small satellite, floating alone for thousands of years, turned on. Its lights flickered. Systems restarted after a long sleep. It sent out one word: awake. The signal traveled across space. It passed dead stars, broken stations, and empty trade routes. No one noticed. No one cared. But someone heard it. Lena Core was a scavenger pilot. She flew an old cargo ship called the Rustwalker. She lived alone, searching space junk for things to sell. That day, Lena was near the edge of a forgotten star system. She was about to power down for sleep when her ship's computer beeped. Unknown signal detected. Origin, Sol system. Lena sat up. Sol. That's Earth system. That place is dead. She looked at the signal. It was short, just one word: awake. She stared at the screen. Earth had been lost thousands of years ago. Everyone believed humanity died in a great plague. The Galactic Union even marked the Sol system as forbidden, full of radiation and wreckage. No one went there anymore. But the signal was real, and it came from Earth's orbit. Lena's heart beat faster. She contacted the local Union relay station. The AI responded coldly, signal ignored. Sol system is closed, do not proceed. Lena frowned. What if someone's still alive? No life expected, no action required. Signal kept repeating, awake, wake, wake. Lena made her decision. She turned off her beacon, shut down her official comms, and set a course for Sol. 2 days later, Lena reached the edge of the Sol system. She saw old satellites drifting, broken ships, floating bones of a war long forgotten. She reached Earth's orbit. Then she saw it. A massive black structure floated above the planet. It looked like a gate, wide, circular, and silent. It's no lights, no power. It had not been there in the old star maps. It was new, maybe hidden all. This time, Lena flew closer. Her ship's scanners went wild. Technology unknown. Material unknown. Danger level high. Suddenly, the gate lit up. A soft blue light formed a circle in its center. Then a voice spoke through her ship's comms. Calm, human. Welcome home. Lena froze. Who is this? She asked. Identify yourself. No reply. The ship moved. Forward by itself. The controls locked. The gate pulled her in. Inside the gate, everything changed. Lena saw stars spinning, lights twisting. Her ship shook, but not with violence, more like a soft push. Then, silence. She appeared in orbit again. But this Earth looked different. Green, alive, oceans clear. Cities full of tall, shining towers. She looked closer. The cities were perfect, too perfect. No smoke, no sound, no ships, no people. Lena landed near one of the cities. She stepped out of her ship, wearing a light suit. The air was clean. Clean. The city looked brand new, like it had just been built yesterday, but not a single person was there. No voices, no movement. Just glowing signs in a language she didn't know. She walked into a tall tower. Inside, she found a room full of screens. One screen turned on by itself. A face appeared. Human. Calm. Serious. This is Arc Prime. If you see this, we have returned. Humanity never died. We hid. We prepared. And now, we remember who betrayed us. Lena felt cold. The screen continued. Do not trust the Union. They tried to destroy us. But we became stronger. We built the arcs. We waited. We are awake. And we are not forgiving anyone. The screen shut off. Behind her, a sound. Lena turned. A drone floated in the doorway. It's black, smooth, and silent. It scanned her. DNA mismatch. Unauthorized life form. Prepare for judgment. The drone's arms unfolded. Energy crackled. Lena backed away. Wait. I'm human. You are not Arc. The drone fired. Lena ran, heart pounding. She jumped through a window, crashing into the street below. The drone followed as she ran. Buildings began to light up. More drones woke. The city was not empty. It was watching, and now it knew she was here. Lena ran through the empty city. Behind her, the black drone chased her fast, silent and deadly. Energy blasts hit the walls near her. Stone turned to dust. Glass melted. She ducked into an alley and pulled out her EMP grenade. She had only one. She turned, waited, then threw it. Soft pop blue light flashed. The drone dropped from the air like a dead bird. Lena breathed hard, looking around. More drones might be coming. She needed to hide. She entered a nearby building. Smooth black walls, glowing white lines, no doors, only open paths. It felt more like a machine than a city. She climbed the stairs and found a room with no windows. She shut the metal door and sat down. What is this place? She whispered to herself. Outside, the city stayed quiet. From space, it looked peaceful. A perfect world. But inside, something had changed. The lights across the city were now blinking in a pattern. The system had detected an outsider. Lena checked. Her gear, low power, no comms, no map. She remembered the voice from the screen earlier. We are awake. We are not forgiving anyone. She had to find answers. She left the room after some rest and moved carefully. Soon, she reached a strange plaza. In the center stood a tall statue, a human figure made of silver. Its face had no eyes. On its chest were the words Arc Prime. Beneath the statue, a glowing panel lit up. A voice spoke. It was the same one from before. When the Union tried to end us, we escaped. We hid in the dark, built the arcs, we trained, grew. Now we return, stronger than ever. The message continued. We do not want peace. We want memory. We want justice. And we want fear. Suddenly a soft sound of footsteps. Lena turned and raised her weapon. A man in black armor stood there. Helmet on? Silent, he raised his hands slowly. I'm not here to hurt you, Lena. Didn't lower her gun. Who are you? My name is Juno. I'm Arcborn. The way he said it. Calm, proud, Lena asked. Why did your drone attack me? Juno looked at her. It was doing its job. I didn't know you were human. I am human, she said. He nodded. You are. But you are not one of us. You are from the lost line. You were left behind. I sat down in the plaza. Juno removed his helmet. He looked human, young, strong, sharp eyes. He explained everything. Thousands of years ago, after the Great Betrayal, some humans escaped into secret space. They built the arcs, giant cities hidden in asteroid fields, and black zones, invisible to all sensors. Their humanity advanced. They learned faster than any other race. They made new minds, new weapons, new bodies, and they never forgot the betrayal. The Arc Council decided to wait for the right time. A signal would be sent when the final arc was ready. That signal was, awake. Lena listened quietly. She felt like a ghost in a world that didn't know her. You've become something else, she said. Juno nodded. We had to. The galaxy feared us once. Now it will remember why. Suddenly, Juno stood up. His eyes narrowed. They've found us. From the sky, several drones dropped fast. Weapons ready. Juno moved like lightning. He raised one hand. A pulse of energy exploded outward. 3 drones fell. The 4th one fired. Juno dodged, pulled out a blade made of light, and sliced it clean in half. Lena stared. What are you? He looked back. We're what you would have become if they hadn't tried to erase us. They ran together through the city. Drones came, but Juno knew how to stop them. He hacked into their systems and shut them down midair. They reached Lena's ship, hidden in a canyon near the old ocean line. She turned to him. Come with me, you can warn the Union. Tell them Earth is alive. Juno didn't move, he said. They won't listen. We won't wait. What are you going to do? She asked. He looked at the sky. First we gather, then we strike. Lena stepped back. That's not justice. That's war. He replied quietly. They made it war the day they tried to kill us all. Then, without another word, he vanished. Lena entered her ship, heart racing as she powered up. She looked back. At the glowing city, she now knew something terrible. Humanity was not gone. It had only been sleeping, and now it was very awake. Lena's ship flew above Earth's surface, moving fast through dark clouds. Rain hit the windows, thunder echoed in the distance. Her hands shook on the controls. She had seen too much. The Earth was not dead. The cities were alive. The Ark children were real and dangerous, and they were preparing for something big. Her ship's AI spoke. Incoming object detected. Speed. Extreme. Before she could react, a black figure slammed into her ship. Not a missile, not a drone, a person. Ship spun out of control. Alarms screamed. Lena pulled hard on the controls. The ship crashed into a jungle far from the glowing cities. Smoke rose from the wreck. The cockpit was dark. Lena opened the hatch and crawled out. Rain poured from above. Strange glowing plants covered the ground. She grabbed her blaster and moved. Into the trees, behind her, something landed silently. A figure stepped from the mist, black armor. Tall, calm, not Juno. A woman this time. "You are the outsider," the voice said. Lena aimed her weapon. "Stay back. If I wanted to hurt you, you'd be dead." Lena lowered the blaster slightly. "Who are you?" The woman removed her helmet. Her eyes glowed faintly. "My name is Vera. I am Arkborn like Juno." "Why are you attacking me?" Lena asked. "We're not. You entered restricted airspace. Your ship was scanned. You're not part of the Ark network. Because I wasn't born in your Arks." Vera didn't reply for a moment. Then she said, "That's why I came alone. To talk." They sat under a tree, rain falling softly. Lena looked around. "What is this place?" "A training ground," Vera said. "For Ark children." She explained that the jungle was artificial, built by machines. It's designed to teach survival, stealth, and war. From age 5, Arkborn children were sent here. Lena was shocked. "Children? Train them like soldiers?" Vera looked at her. "We don't train children to fight. We create fighters and raise them from birth." Lena felt a chill. These weren't normal humans anymore. They were weapons, built for revenge. Ver stood. "Follow me. Someone wants to meet you." Lena followed through the jungle. Trees moved aside as if they were alive. Vines shifted out of their way. They reached a hidden base. Black metal. Domes half buried in the ground. Inside, it was clean, cold, quiet. Lena was led to a large room. One man sat at the center. He had silver eyes and wore no armor. Ver bowed. "This is Commander Solon." He looked at Lena. "You've seen too much. You know the truth." "I want to stop a war," Lena said. Solon nodded. "Then listen." Explained it all. Long ago, when humans began to rise fast in power, other races in the Galactic Union grew afraid. They held secret meetings. They decided humans were too dangerous. A virus was released on human colonies. The Union blamed it on nature. Billions died. But not all. Some humans escaped. The smartest, the strongest, the forgotten. They built the Arks in secret. They trained, evolved, changed. Now they were ready. "We don't want control," Solon said. "We want justice. And we want the galaxy to feel the fear we once felt." Lena stood. "What about peace? What if the Union is different now?" Solon smiled sadly. "They haven't changed. They just don't remember, but we do." Vera added, "We are not attacking them. We are waking them." Lena asked. Solon looked her in the eye. "You think war starts with ships and guns?" "No. War starts with fear. We are the nightmare coming back." Suddenly, alarms blared inside the base. A voice spoke. "Union scout drone detected above Earth. Threat level, low. Response, eliminate." Lena's eyes widened. "No, wait, they'll think you're attacking." Solon didn't move. "Let them think." But Vera paused. "Commander," she said, Let me handle it. No weapons. He nodded. Outside in the sky, a small Union drone scanned Earth's surface. Vera moved fast. She climbed a tower, used her suit to send a pulse. The drone stopped in mid-dash air. She sent it one message. We are alive. Stay away. Then she released it. The drone flew off into space. Lena watched. You let it go? Vera turned to her. Not all of us want war. Some of us remember peace. Lena felt hope again. But deep down, she knew the message would not bring peace. It would bring fear, and fear leads to panic. Back inside, Solon spoke softly. It begins. Far from Earth, deep in space, a galactic Union station floated near the edge of the Nabari sector. It was calm, quiet, boring. Captain Verne, a blue-skinned alien with sharp eyes, looked at the stars from his window. Suddenly, his radar officer shouted, "Unknown warp signature. Fast. Very fast." Before Varn could reply, the entire station shook. The lights went red. Shields down, outer hull breached, Varn stood up. Who is attacking? Pirates. The officer's eyes were wide. No, it's not pirates, it's humans. Varn froze. Humans are extinct. But outside, dark ships moved fast and silent. No flags. No messages. Just one signal on loop. We remember, we return. The Ark fleet had launched. Sleek black ships shaped like blades cut through space. They were not large, not heavy, but they were fast and deadly inside the lead ship. Juno sat in the command chair around him. The crew worked without words. They moved like a single mind. Juno gave one order. Strike fast. No deaths. Only a message. Back at the Union station, chaos spread. Ark ships disabled power, hacked systems, and shut down defenses, all in seconds. Then they left. No one died. No shots fired inside the station. Only one thing remained. A single metal cube, placed in the center of the command. Deck Captain Varn picked it up. It opened. A hologram of a human child appeared. The child said only one sentence. You tried. To erase us. Now we write ourselves back in. Then the cube exploded, not with fire, but with light, sending a code into every system. All over the Union, alarms went off. Warning. Unknown virus detected in, comes source, Earth. The Union Council gathered on Prime Station. Ambassador Creel. A tall insectoid being slammed his hand on the table. This is an act of war. Others shouted, panicked. Admiral Thalos of the Union Navy stood calmly. We believed humans were gone. We were wrong. One old general whispered, we should have finished them when we had the chance. Back on Earth, Lena stood in front of a glowing map inside Ark Command. Red lights showed Union reactions. She turned to Solon. You said no war, he replied. This was not war. This was a reminder. Lena pointed at the screen. They'll come now, in force. Solon smiled. Let them. Meanwhile, Vera walked through a training dome. Young Ark children practiced in silence, some with swords, others with weapons Lena had never seen. Vera sat beside a boy no older than 12. He looked at her. Will I get to fight soon? Vera paused. You may not have to. But I want to, he said. That made her heart heavy. These children were ready. But they had never seen real war. And deep inside, Vera wasn't sure if they were still human. Later, Lena met Juno in a chamber high above the city. You sent the fleet, she said. He didn't deny it. It was time, he said. The galaxy forgot us. We just helped them remember. She shook her head. You're forcing fear. Oh, that's not justice. Juno walked to the window. Earth looked beautiful from here. Blue oceans, white clouds, green land. He said the Union didn't ask us for peace when they dropped the virus. They didn't ask when they locked Sol. They chose fear first. Then he looked at her. Now it's our turn. Suddenly, an alert rang out in the city. Solon's voice echoed through the speakers. Union fleet entering Sol system. Battle status, yellow. Prepare all ARC forces. Lena's heart dropped. She ran to the command deck. Outside in orbit, ships. Appeared Union cruisers, heavy frigates, warships they had come. And this time, it brought guns. Vera joined her on the deck. It didn't waste time. Lena whispered, "Maybe we still have a chance to talk." Solon stood tall. "Send them a message. One chance. Then we answer." The message was sent. A simple line. "Earth stands ready, do you?" No reply came. Instead, the Union ships powered. Weapons. Lena backed away from the screen. "This is it." Juno stood beside her, armor shining in the red lights of war. He said only one word: begin. Across Earth's orbit, hundreds of ARC drones launched. Silent, fast, deadly. The first strike had awakened the galaxy. Now the real war had come. And this time, humanity was not the victim. They were the storm. The sky above Earth was no longer blue. It burned. Flashes of red and white fire lit up the clouds as Union and ARC. Ships fought in orbit. Silence of space was broken by war. Lena stood on the command deck of ARC Tower, eyes wide. Dozens of Union ships had entered the Sol system, but they had not expected this. ARC drones moved faster than light. They slipped between shields, disabled engines, and hacked computers without firing a single shot. But the Union was strong. Their ships were heavy, armed, trained for war. Juno watched the battle from a black command ship. Targets Alpha 3 and Delta 1 disabled, his officer said. "Good," Juno replied. "No deaths. Keep it that way." The officer hesitated. "But sir, they are firing to kill." Juno's jaw tightened. He remembered the old message, "Do not become what they feared." But outside, ARC drones were being destroyed. Inside one Union ship, Captain Varn gave the order, "Fire all weapons," to wipe out the ARC fleet. He believed they were saving the galaxy. He had no idea they were pushing it toward something worse. Down. On Earth, deep inside a hidden vault, Solon stood before a sealed door. Beside him, Vera waited silently. "This was not supposed to happen yet," Solon said. Vera looked worried. "Will we open it?" Solon placed his hand on the scanner. If silence falls, the weapon awakens. The door opened with a deep sound. Inside the vault, cold mist poured out. What lay within was not a bomb, not a machine. It was a person, frozen. Still, but alive. A human girl glowing with soft blue light, her body covered in strange silver lines. "She's one of the first," Vera whispered. Solon nodded. "Built before the ARCs, hidden even from the ARC Council, above them." The battle reached Earth's edge. Lena watched helplessly as a Union warship crashed into the sea. Juno's voice came over, "They're breaking formation. Targeting the city next." Lena turned to Solon on screen. "You have to talk to them. We'll destroy everything." Solon only replied, "We sent them a warning." They answered with silence. He ended the call. Inside Union HQ, Admiral Thalos watched the fight. "This doesn't make sense," he said. "They could destroy us." "But they're not," his tech officer agreed. "They are disabling us, not killing. It's like they're testing us." Creel, the insectoid diplomat, slammed the table. "Stop playing games. Bomb the planet." But the Admiral looked at the data again, and for the first time, he was afraid, not of the ARC children, but of what might come next. If the silence broke completely, Lena ran to the vault. She saw the girl inside the pod, not sleeping, dreaming. "Who is she?" Lena asked. Saul replied, "She holds memories. From before the betrayal. All of them. We call her Echo." Lena stepped closer. "She's a key, isn't she?" "Yes," Solon said. "And a lock." Outside, a new signal hit every system, both Union and ARC. A soft voice echoed through every speaker. "I see you all. I remember. I am Echo. I am the truth." Ships froze. Drones stopped. Even Union computers shut down. The war paused. Echoes. Image appeared in the sky, in space, in minds. A young girl with glowing eyes. You tried to erase the truth, but the truth always finds a voice. Everyone, human, alien, soldier, stopped to listen. I saw what you did. I remember the virus, the betrayal, the lies. Her voice was calm, but it shook the stars. But I also remember peace. I remember love. I remember hope. Lena whispered. She's waking everyone up. Juno stood on his ship, speechless. Union Admiral Thalos listened, his hands trembling. Vera fell to her knees. Solon only whispered. So the silence has fallen. Suddenly, Echo's image disappeared. The stars returned to stillness. Then came a new signal, from deep space. Not from the Union, not from the UNZs, but from someone else. A third force. The voice was not soft. It was cold. You were not supposed to return. Now we come to finish what we started. Lena gasped. Who is that? Solon's face turned pale. They are the ones who gave the virus. The ones behind the Union lies. The real enemy, Vera whispered. The silencers. Goes. Body began to glow brighter in the vault. Her eyes opened. She said one word. They're here. The sky turned black. Stars disappeared, and something terrible entered the Sol system. Not a ship, not a fleet. A shadow. Huge, silent, hidden behind space itself. Lena stood frozen, watching the data screen. Numbers made no sense. One moment the object was there. The next it was gone, Juno whispered, cloaked. Vera shook her head. Worse. Phased. Not fully in this dimension. On the vault screen, Echo stood calmly. They are here, the ones who erased history. It's the ones who broke the human line. Lena stepped forward. The silencers. Echo nodded. They created the virus. They used the Union like a tool. And now, they want to end what they started. Far away in deep space, Union Admiral Thalos watched the shadow, his heart racing. It's not Arctech, he said. Not even close. One of his officers shouted, We're being scanned. Another voice. Ships going dark. Somethings. Shutting them down from the inside. One by one, Union ships lost power. Some vanished. No explosions. No wreckage. Just silence. Back on Earth, Solon stood in the Ark war room. Watching the spread of the shadow, he turned to his team. All Ark units, prepare for ground defense. Evac city sectors 9 through 12. Move the children to lower vaults. Do we fight it? Someone asked. Solon replied. We do more than fight. We survive, like always. In orbit, the black shape moved closer. Then something dropped from it. Not bombs, beings. Tall, white, silver-gray creatures. No faces, long limbs. Moving like smoke and glass, the silencers had arrived. Juno flew up with a squad of Ark-born soldiers. They opened fire. Bullets passed through the silencers like they weren't real. But one soldier used an old human weapon. A plasma blade. It hit. The creature screamed, not with sound, but with pressure. The air shook. The silencer fell into dust. Juno called back to Ark Command. Blades work. Standard weapons don't. Echo's voice came through. They exist between realities. You must bring them fully into this one to hurt them. How? Juno asked. Echo replied, with truth. Lena stared at the vault, thinking hard. Truth? She said, Echo, can you send a signal to the Union? Show them what really happened. Echo nodded. Yes. But I need a clear path. The silencers are blocking channels. Vera spoke up. We'll make you a path. A small Ark team launched a mission. Their goal, reach Earth's old orbital tower, long broken, filled with radiation. But it had a direct line to the old Union deepnet. If Echo could send her message through that, the galaxy would see thee. Truth? They landed near the tower. Wind blew hard. Lightning cracked. Old bones of the past lay buried under Ashley Navera, and 2 others entered the tower. It was dark, cold, and not empty. A silencer stood at the top, guarding the signal core. moved quietly. But it felt them coming. A battle broke out. The soldiers tried bullets. Useless. Vera moved fast with her blade. Her strike hit the silencer's leg. It screamed. But then it turned invisible. "Stay close," Ada shouted. But one of their team disappeared, pulled into the wall, screaming. Lena screamed too. "We have to hurry." She ran to the terminal and linked Echo in. "Ready to send?" Echo said, but the silencer reappeared, blocking her. Vera stepped forward. "Go, I'll hold it," Lena shouted. "You'll die." Vera smiled. "Then I'll die like a human." Lena sent the signal across the galaxy. Screens lit up. Echo's message spread video, data, memories. The truth. The virus was not natural. The silencers created it. The Union helped them. The betrayal, the cover-up, the lies, and the survival of humanity. On Union Prime, Admiral Telos watched in silence. He turned to Creel, the old diplomat. "You knew?" Creel didn't deny it. "You helped them," Thalos said. Creel said coldly, "I feared humans. So did we all." The Admiral walked away. He sent a message to Earth. "We saw your truth. We'll help you fight. If there is still time." Back on Earth, Lena climbed out of the tower, smoke rising behind her. Vera was gone, the silencer too. She fell to her knees, but Echo's voice came through her headset. "You opened the door. Now the galaxy knows." Lena looked up at the stars. Darkness still moved above. But now it was not just humanity against it. The truth had changed everything, and war was no longer between two sides. A third enemy had arrived, the real enemy. The sky over Earth glowed red. The silencers had opened a rift above the planet. A giant dark circle spun slowly in orbit, silent, but full of danger. Everyone knew what it meant. The final attack was coming. Inside Arc Command, Lena stood beside Sol and Echo's image floating beside them. "The Union has agreed," Lena said. "They'll fight with us." Solon didn't smile. "That's not a victory." Across the map, red dots marked silencer drop points, places where strange towers were rising from the ground, feeding energy into the rift. "We have to stop them before it opens fully," Solon said. Echo nodded. "Earth will be erased, not destroyed, removed from time itself." Everyone in the room fell silent. In orbit, Union ships arrived, not in fear, but in force. Admiral Thalos stood at the front of the lead cruiser. He looked at the Ark fleet and sent a message: "Humanity, we stand with you. The Union is with Earth." For the first time in 1,000 years, humanity and the galaxy were allies. Juno met Thalos face to face on the bridge of a new joint warship. Thalos looked at Juno and said. Juno replied, "I don't, but I trust what we're both fighting against." They shook hands, not with warmth, but with purpose. On the ground, Lena led a strike team to destroy one of the silencer towers. With her were Union Marines, Ark children, and one powerful secret weapon, Echo. Walking among them in a physical body, part machine, part memory. As they moved through the ruins of an old Earth city, Echo whispered, "This place remembers." The streets echoed with broken voices, memories from the past. Calling through the walls, the team moved fast. It was quiet, scared, but ready. Suddenly, Silencer stepped into their path. It was massive, larger than any before. 3 of the soldiers froze. One tried to run. The Silencer reached out and erased him, like he had never been born. "No." Lena screamed. Echo stepped forward. She raised her hand and light burst from her eyes. "You will not take them again," the Silencer screamed, cracking the air, and vanished. They reached the tower. It pulsed with dark energy, sending waves into the sky. Juno's voice came through their earpieces. "This is it. Hit them all at once." Solon launched attacks on towers and other cities. Echo began the shutdown code. Lena planted explosives, but then the ground shook. The sky turned black again. The rift was opening faster. "We're out of time," Echo said. She looked at Lena. "I must go into the rift. Alone, I can stop it from the inside. Lena grabbed her arm. You'll be lost. Echo smiled. I'm already lost, but you can still live. Across the planet, battles raged. Ark soldiers fought side by side with Union Marines. Human children who had trained in silence now shouted in war. Old enemies died to save new friends. Even Admiral Thalos joined the front lines, firing from his cruiser as silencer ships tried to phase through reality. In space, Juno faced the silencer flagship. It didn't fire. It didn't move. It simply pulled. Time slowed. His ship creaked and cracked, but he pushed forward. Humanity does not bow again, shouted. He launched a final missile, tipped with arc energy and human memory. The ship exploded with silent fire. Back at the tower, Echo turned to Lena. Tell the others. You remember. Then she stepped into the rift. A blinding light filled the sky. All around the world, silencer towers exploded. The rift above Earth began to close, and in the silence that followed, the stars came back. Solon watched from Ark Tower. She did. He whispered. Lena fell to her knees, tears on her face. Juno's voice came through. The silencers are gone. Echo saved us all. Later that night, people all over Earth and across the galaxy watched a single image broadcast from Earth, a child standing in front of a blue planet. Behind her, the words, "We returned, we forgave, we remembered." And below that, the last war is over, but in the shadows of deep space. Something watched, something old, something that created the silencers, and it whispered, "They are not the last." Peace did not last long. After the war with the silencers, Earth began to rebuild. The Ark children walked freely beside Union soldiers. Humans from hidden vaults stepped into the sun again, but high above the stars, something was still watching. Something. Older than time, Lena sat at the edge of a cliff, looking at the sky. The sun was rising. Her heart felt heavy. She still heard Echo's last words in her mind. They are not the last. Suddenly, the ground trembled. A dark shape passed across the sky. She stood up fast. It wasn't a ship. It was a face made of stars, eyes the size of moons. Inside, Ark Command. Alarms rang. SOLEN stood still, staring at the data. It's not the silencers, he said. Juno entered. Then what is it? Solon turned slowly. It's who made the silencers, Juno whispered. A god? Solon nodded. The forgotten gods, the ones who created order, then erased themselves. There, waking up? Lena asked. Echo's voice, now only a memory in the system, whispered through the speakers. They never slept. They just waited. The stars began to change shape. Whole galaxies bent like mirrors. Messages appeared in the sky in every language. Your time was an error. Return to silence. Creation will be undone. Fear spread across the galaxy. The Union panicked. Some leaders called for surrender. Others called for escape. But Lena stepped forward. No, we face them. At the center of Earth, a new chamber opened. A place even Solon didn't know it was. Echo's final gift, a gateway. Inside it was something ancient, not a weapon, not a machine, a seed. Echo's last message played. If the gods return, plant this. It is not power. It is memory. Lena took the seed and traveled to Earth's old moon. The gods had begun bending space. The moon was cracking, with Juno by her side and Ark Tech around her. She planted the seed. Nothing happened. She closed her eyes. Then, the ground glowed. The seed pulsed with light across the galaxy. People stopped. Time slowed. Every person, everywhere, saw the same vision. A child standing in the dark, alone, scared, forgotten. Then thousands of hands reached out to her. Humans, aliens, Ark children. They did not give her weapons. They gave her stories. of loss, of love. The child smiled, and the dark broke. The sky screamed, the gods howled. We are order, you are chaos. But the seed spoke back. Not chaos, we are life. And we remember. The light from Earth spread, it burned across space. Not as fire, but as memory. The faces in the stars broke, the gods vanished. Like dust and wind, back on Earth, Lena stood on the moon, looking up. Juno put his hand on her shoulder. It's over. She didn't speak for a moment, then said softly, no, it's beginning. Years later, children played in green fields where war once raged. Union ships moved freely above Earth, not as enemies, but friends. The Ark children walked with pride, no longer hiding, and in the center of the new city stood a statue of a young girl. Eyes, glowing hands open. It was Echo. The last message on her base read, humanity vanished, then returned. They forgave, but never forgot. And in the end, they remembered who they were. The end.